So it's Tuesday, the 27th of August. And by the way, call me strange if you like, I don't care. I'm just sipping on some milk after my walk. I had some thoughts on my walk about my journey, so essentially some reflections, and really just thinking about how much progress I've made in the past year or two. And I really kind of thought about how I potentially have not made as much monetary progress as I would have liked. If, for example, you look at my first video on this channel, you will see that I set myself a 90-day goal of scaling to 10K per month. And that was meant to be by September 2023. And that's crazy to think because it's almost September 2024 and I've still not reached 10K. And it's really made me think about how the real progress that I've made on my journey has not so much been monetary progress, because sure, I've made some decent money here and there. My main progress has been in here, mental development. And that really struck me. It really made me think and really reflect on my journey. Because the truth is that at my stage of the journey, being 18, mental development and progressing up here is actually the most important progress. Learning and being an apprentice of life. If anyone of you have read Mastery by Robert Greene, he talks about this a lot, and about how during the ages of 18 to 25 especially, you should be an apprentice of life. And not only then, but especially then. And really just, focusing on developing your mind as the main priority, instead of chasing money or anything else. Which is crazy because the pursuit of money has actually taught me so many other things along my way. And I know that now I'm actually on the verge of making good money because my ideas are starting to spread. Like, instead of chasing success, and instead of trying to get success, try to get better each day. And as you get better each day, you eventually develop ideas that are so good that they spread like fire. And that's when success comes to you and you no longer need to chase it. And that's what's slowly starting to happen now. Because it's really funny, actually. People on X are starting to share my ideas. And it's not like I've even been super open about my ideas yet, which I should, and I am going to be more open about them now. But I've been doing some consultations, so some one-on-one calls, just one-on-one coaching. And after these calls, I've had a good few people writing about my ideas and sharing my ideas and literally changing their entire profiles to be based around my ideas. And the ideas that I'm speaking about here specifically are starting with why. So actually I have the book right here, one of my top books. So essentially it's starting with purpose and like why you even exist or you're doing what you're doing. Leading, being a leader, and like starting with integrity, doing things with integrity, doing things the right way. Those are the main few things, right? And I've been helping people ultimately find their voice by starting with why and what their purpose is, focusing on who they want to serve, who their dream customer is, so that they can lead them, and then what result or outcome they want to provide them. And just doing this, just teaching people that instead of starting with what you want to do or what you do for other people, like your offer, instead starting with why, since people buy not what you do, but why you do it. I'll say that again. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Simon Sinek says this. And that's why it's so important to start with why. So ultimately sharing what you believe in. And people have been sharing my ideas of, want followers, be a leader. People have been talking about them now. And it's funny because once again, I've literally only shared these ideas one on one, like person to person, and they're already starting to spread. I can't imagine what will happen when I launch my giveaway. And for anyone watching this that's not on X or is not familiar with MoneyX, a giveaway is essentially something you build, like just a doc. It's an ebook, right? And then you give it away for free in exchange for their email, a lead magnet. And those usually go viral, like really quite viral. And I'm focusing on building a really good giveaway right now, which, yes, the ultimate outcome here is so that I can sign 2 or 3 clients and actually serve them and guide them and help them to find their voice and sign clients. But I'm genuinely focused on trying to deliver as much value as possible and trying to not just to sell, but to make this as good as possible. Now, regardless, I do believe that if you truly believe that what you have is good and actually helps people, it's your moral obligation to sell it. But selling aside, I genuinely just want to make this as good as possible and just give value. And yeah, so that's when I will really properly be able to share my ideas, and I'm really excited to see how it will go from there. So yeah, it's amazing. But that's all for now, just a quick reflection. And that's all to say. Start with why, right? And not only that, but just focusing on developing your mind, right? Focusing not just on chasing the success, but getting better and learning each day. Because the reason my ideas are starting to spread is because I'm not just regurgitating what other people say on X. I'm reading books such as Start With Why, Tribes, Expert Secrets, and Key Person of Influence, and The Eighth Habit, and all those books back there. And I'm forming my own opinions. And that's how you attract people, because that's what makes you unique. When you have unique ideas and interesting opinions, right? You can't be a leader or an interesting person just by regurgitating what everyone else says. So do your own research, if you will, but let me use better words actually. Chase or pursue your own interest and curiosity, right? Instead of just, copying what everyone else does and accepting that as the truth. Do your own learning and, pursue your curiosities, what interests you, and then share your findings with people, because that's just what I'm doing and it's super fun. Like, I'm helping people and this is what's going to make me money, but I'm just doing what I like to do. I'm learning and I'm sharing my ideas and it's incredible. So I wish that for you too. Keep going. Go out there and do incredible things, and as always, I wish you all the best. Be amazing.